Do you ever promise yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," but then tomorrow never comes? You're not lazy, you're just out of practice. Because discipline is not a talent, it's a muscle. And, like any muscle, it gets stronger when you train it. Even for just 5 minutes a day. Stay with me until the end, because today you will practice listening, learn new vocabulary, and reflect on how small steps every day can make a big difference. In this video, you will practice English listening with a story, learn key vocabulary, and try some speaking practice. This is level A to 2B1, so it's perfect if you already understand basic English but want to grow faster. And because I want you to improve even faster, I have prepared a free practice exercise for you. Check the description box below, click the link, and complete the activity after this video. It will help you review vocabulary and speaking. So today's theme is simple. Discipline is a muscle. We'll learn how to train it, not with pain, but with small, consistent habits, especially through English. If you're ready to grow stronger, not just in English, but in life, hit that like button, and let's begin. Discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But here's the secret. You don't have to push hard from day one. You just have to start smart. Don't try to change your entire life overnight. That's like going to the gym for the first time and trying to lift 100 kilos. You'll burn out. Start with something ridiculously easy. Maybe 5 minutes of focused English listening every morning, or writing one short paragraph before bed. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Every time you show up, even for a short moment, you're strengthening your discipline muscle. Those tiny reps matter more than you think. Remember, a small step repeated daily beats a giant leap that never happens. Here's the trick used by people who never skip their routines. They don't rely on motivation. Instead, they attach a new habit to something they already do. This is called habit stacking, and it's powerful. For example, after brushing your teeth, listen to one English podcast episode. Or, while waiting for your morning coffee, read one English article. By linking a new habit to an existing one, your brain stops seeing it as extra work. It becomes part of your normal flow. Think of it like this. If brushing your teeth means you'll also study English, you'll never forget either of them. Your brain loves visible evidence. When you track your progress, you send yourself a powerful message. I'm doing this, I'm growing. You don't need a fancy app. Just one simple notebook is enough. Write one line every day. I practiced today. It may look small, but it's a powerful signal of commitment. After a week, those 7 lines will make you feel proud. After a month, you'll realize you've built a new identity. Discipline becomes easier when you can literally see it on paper. Discipline doesn't have to feel like punishment. In fact, it works best when it's enjoyable. After finishing your study session, give yourself a small reward. Take a walk outside, sip your favorite drink, listen to your favorite song. This creates a dopamine loop that trains your brain to associate effort with pleasure. Over time, you'll crave that feeling of accomplishment, not just the reward itself. You're not forcing yourself anymore. You're training your mind to love progress. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, again and again, even when it's not easy. Start small. Stay consistent. Celebrate every win. Because, just like any muscle, the more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Listening Story 1. Karin's 5-minute routine. Every morning, Karin used to wake up and grab her phone. Before even getting out of bed, she opened social media. She scrolled, and scrolled again. Funny videos, pictures, messages. It felt relaxing. But when she finally looked at the clock, 30 minutes were gone. She whispered to herself, "Again? I just wasted my morning." One night, Karin decided to make a small change. She told herself, "No phone until I learn 5 new English words." It sounded simple, just 5 words. But the next morning, it wasn't easy. Her hand automatically reached for the phone. She smiled and pulled it back. "Not today," she said softly. So she opened her notebook instead. She wrote down 5 English words from a short article. Words like focus, habit, progress, daily reward. She read them out loud, one by one. It took less than 5 minutes. That first day felt a bit strange, quiet, but peaceful. Her mind wasn't racing with notifications anymore, and for the first time, she felt proud of herself that early in the morning. The next day, she did it again, and again, and again. After 1 week, Karin noticed something new. Her mornings felt calmer. Her thoughts felt clearer, and she started to enjoy learning those 5 little words. She even began to use them in simple sentences, like, "I'm building a new habit," or, "This is my daily progress." 1 month later, she looked at her notebook and smiled. Page after page was filled with new vocabulary. Over 150 new English words. Words she truly remembered because she learned them with focus, not distraction. Karin realized something powerful. She wasn't just learning English. She was training her discipline muscle, little by little, every morning. Now, her phone doesn't control her time anymore. She controls it. And all it took was 5 minutes a day. You don't need hours to improve your English. You just need a small, consistent routine. Even 5 minutes every morning can change your mind, your focus, and your confidence. Vocabulary, Story 1, Scroll, Rule. Sharp scroll means to move through content on your phone or computer. For example, I scrolled on Instagram for 1 hour. Rule means something you decide to follow. For example, I made a rule, no phone in bed. Sharp means clear and focused. For example, I feel sharp after studying in the morning. Speaking practice. You, hey, I want to improve my focus. Friend, then stop scrolling and start small. You, okay, I'll learn 5 words every morning before checking my phone. Repeat after me. Discipline grows when I practice daily. Discipline grows when I practice daily. 5 minutes is enough to start. 5 minutes is enough to start. Listening Story 2. Bimo's 1-minute challenge every night. Before sleeping, Bimo had one habit, scrolling through funny videos. It started with just one clip, then another, and another, until suddenly, it was midnight. He laughed, but deep down, he felt guilty. He hadn't practiced speaking English for weeks. One night, he looked at his phone and said, "Enough. Just 1 minute, that's all I need." He made a deal with himself. Before I scroll, I'll speak English for 1 minute. No excuses. No skipping. So, he stood in front of his mirror and started talking. "Hi, my name is Bimo. I'm from Indonesia. Today, I feel sleepy, but I'm doing my best." He laughed at his own accent. His voice sounded strange, a little shaky, a little funny. But he kept going. The next night, he did it again. And again. Just 1 minute of speaking. Sometimes, he practiced introductions. Sometimes, he described his day. Sometimes, he pretended to give a short speech, like a YouTuber or a teacher. At first, it was awkward. But by the 5th day, something changed. His tongue started to move faster. His pronunciation got smoother. He didn't freeze when speaking anymore. And guess what? That 1 minute started to feel too short. So, he added another. Then, another, until 1 minute became 5. And soon, 10. Now, every night before bed, his phone waits, but Bimo speaks first. He looks in the mirror, smiles, and says, "Let's talk." His English isn't perfect, but his discipline is stronger than ever. He learned something important. Discipline doesn't mean doing more. It means doing what matters consistently. Even 1 minute a day can change everything. Lesson from Bimo's story: you don't need to be fluent to start. You just need 1 minute of courage every single day. Because every small effort you repeat becomes a habit. And every habit builds your confidence, your skill, and your future self. Vocabulary story to deal means an agreement. For example, I made a deal with myself to wake up early. Awkward means uncomfortable or strange. For example, speaking to the mirror felt awkward. Confidence means belief in yourself. For example, his confidence grew with practice. Speaking practice you. I don't have time to study English. Friend, then just do 1 minute before you scroll. You, 1 minute. That's easy. I can do that. Repeat after me. Small steps build strong habits. Small steps build strong habits. I control my time, not my phone. I control my time, not my phone. Listening story 3. Siti's mindful routine. Siti was always busy. Work, cooking, cleaning, taking care of her kids. From morning to night, there was always something to do. When people talked about finding time to study, she laughed and said, "I wish I had extra time." But one evening, while ironing clothes, a thought popped into her head. What if I don't find time? What if I use my time better? So she opened her phone, searched for an English podcast, and pressed play. The speaker talked fast, too fast. She caught only a few words: mind, focus, happy. Still, she listened. The next night, she did it again. Different podcasts. Different topic. Still ironing. Still listening. At first, she didn't understand everything. But she didn't stop. She told herself, "It's okay if I don't get it all. My ears are learning." After 1 week, something changed. She started to recognize familiar words: habit, morning, progress, energy. Her brain began to connect the sounds with meaning. English didn't sound like noise anymore. It started to make sense. And here's what surprised her most. She actually enjoyed it. Ironing, which used to feel boring, became her learning time. Every evening, she looked forward to it. It was her moment of peace, her time to grow. Soon, she noticed a difference. Her mind felt calmer. Her focus improved. She didn't just hear English, she understood it. And she felt proud, deeply proud, of how she used her time. Because Siti didn't magically find more hours in her day. She didn't wait for the perfect moment. She simply used the moments she already had, wisely. Now, English learning is part of her daily rhythm. She listens while ironing, cooking, even washing dishes. It's automatic. It's natural. It's her mindful routine. And every time she presses play, she's not only improving her English, she's training her focus, her patience, and her discipline. Lesson from Siti's story: you don't need more time. You just need to use the time you already have, smarter. Because discipline isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right thing, again and again, until it becomes part of you. Vocabulary story 3. Iron. Podcast. Familiar. Iron means to make clothes smooth using heat. For example, she irons her clothes every morning. Podcast means an audio program you can listen to. For example, I listen to an English podcast daily. Familiar means something you recognize or know. For example, the words started to sound familiar. Speaking practice, encouraging role play. Repeat after me. I can learn anytime, anywhere. I can learn anytime, anywhere. Discipline means using time wisely. Discipline means using time wisely. Reflection now. Ask yourself, when do you feel most focused? What small English habit can you start today? How can you add it into your daily life, even just 5 minutes? Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Every small step is a rep for your discipline muscle. Closing and call to action: if this video inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Comment below. What's one small English habit you'll start this week? I read every comment and love cheering you on. Like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more weekly English stories and self-improvement lessons. And don't forget, your free practice worksheet is waiting for you in the description box below. Because every day, in every small moment, you're not just learning English, you're training your mind, discipline, and future.